Good morning, all of you. Hi. Today we will discuss about the pointer. What is a pointer? ये writing अच्छी नहीं है. Now, pointer is a variable which store the address of the another variable. Now, let's take the example for the pointer. Now here integer is a variable. Now data type of A is nothing but the integer. It takes in the memory 2 bytes. Now first of all we should know what are the data types which we are going to use in the C language. Now some of the data types which is nothing but the primary data types: integer, character, float, double, which takes the size. What is the size of the integer in the memory? That is nothing but the 2 byte, and the size of the data type depends on the okay, depends on the compiler also. In some cases compiler takes 2 bytes for the integer case or 4 bytes. Similarly, character takes 1 byte and float takes 4 byte and double take 8 byte in the memory. Now, if I declare here variable A, then what is the meaning? This is nothing but the declaration of variable. When we declare any variable, it takes some space in the memory. Now, what is the memory allocation for this? Let's take this is nothing but the cell, and here in the memory space, contiguous location. That means there are so many partitions in the memory, and we consider here, let's take consider each partition size is a 1 byte. This is also 1 byte. Now, if I take, suppose the system takes the address for these locations. This is nothing but 6523, and the next one will be the 6524, 6525, like that. The address of the memory will be allocated. Now, here it is an integer. Now, integer takes 2 bytes in the memory. That means the here it is a. Now, A means this is the name of the variable. Name of variable. Now, here, what is the address? Let's take any example, means like 6523. Now, this is here the address of the variable, or you can say location of variable. What is the location of this particular variable? That is nothing but the A. Now, if I say here int A equal to 5, means this type of declaration, here we are declaring the variable as well as we are assigning the some value to the variable. That means the value of A is nothing but 5, which will be stored at this particular location. So now this is called here value of variable. And this one is the name of the variable. This one is the location of the variable. Means whenever we declare any variable, we got the three things: name of the variable, value of the variable, and location of the variable. This is nothing but here declaration as well as assignment of value to the variable. So this is nothing but the basic concept of variable declaration. When we are declaring the variables, means these three basic properties we are going to get, that is name of the variable, value of the variable, and location of the variable. Now here we want to make a pointer variable. For the pointer variable, let's take this one is the A. A is nothing but variable. Here we want to declare a pointer, or we want to make a pointer for this variable A. Then here int star p. Whenever we mention a star before the name of any variable, then that becomes the pointer variable. So this is the declaration of variable, and this one is called the declaration of pointer variable. Declaration of pointer variable. Now P equal to ampersand A. This means this P is storing the address of variable A. Now, what is a pointer? Pointer is a variable which stores address of another variable. Okay. So this is nothing but P is here pointer variable which store the address of variable A. Now this one is the normal variable. That the data type of this normal variable is integer. What is the data type of the pointer? Always take the same data type as the variable data type. Means if the variable is integer type, then you have to declare the pointer variable is also as an integer type, because the pointer is going to store the address of the this variable. Means this point, what is the meaning of this? Let's take here. This is nothing but variable A. This one is the variable P, which is nothing but a pointer type. Let's take the address of this variable in the memory is 6532 and the 65, let's take 34. The address of this pointer is this. Now, what is the value of A? We didn't mention here. You can take here A equal to 5. Now the 5 is here. Now what is the value of P? It's nothing but 6532, which store the address of the variable A. Means this address store this here. Now Now, this is nothing but the variable A, and this one is the pointer variable P, which store the address of this particular variable. Now, so first of all, you must remember here, if the variable data type is integer, then you must take here pointer variable is also as a integer type. If it is a character, then you have to take character, or float, then you have to take the float. It doesn't mean because we are going to store. Why we are saying ki take the same value? Because here P is nothing but the integer type. Suppose here let's take another variable character ch, and here I am storing character A. And now pointer variable, let's take here, okay, star P. Whenever we mention before the name of any variable star, what is the meaning of the star here? Value at address. Value at address means, okay, let's take the example this one. Here I am taking the character type variable, and the value of this character is nothing but this. This is the ch variable, the value of this. Let's take the 3245 is the address of this variable. Similarly, we can take here P is a variable which is a pointer type. What will be the 3247? I took here the address. What is the address of this? 3245. This is also a pointer variable which is storing the character value. Now, why we are taking the same data type as the variable? Can we take here integer, float, anything else? Yes, we can take here. But when we are, what is the meaning here? Okay, first of all, we write small program void main. Then you will get the understand. Now, first example was this int a equal to 5. Now, similarly, int star p, and p is nothing but the ampersand a. Now, if I am writing here print f percentile d comma, now A. Then the value will be what? What will be the value of A is nothing but the 5, because the type of the this variable is integer. Then I took here percentile D. This is called the type conversion of the variable. Now the value will be 5. If I write here printf percentile D slash n comma ampersand A, then what will it provide here? Then the this indicates the address. Ampersand means it provides the address of that particular variable. Then the answer will be 3245. But we never use, or you can, instead of the D, we can use here U. U stands for the unsigned. Unsigned value. Unsigned value means for the addressing, we never use the negative numbers. Then we can increase the range of the value. That means for the address, for the temperature, for the some quantities, we never use the negative value. If you are going to use percentile D, then it is used for the integer. An integer takes both the numbers, that is positive number and negative number also. Then instead of percentile D for the addressing, you can use here U for the type converter. Similarly, here I am using ampersand A. But if I use here printf percentile D, or you can say percentile U slash n, then comma P, then what it will give the answer? The same result like 3245. That is also the address. Why it is the address? Now, what the P means, this will also provide the value of P. What is the value of currently P value is nothing but the 6532. Here is nothing but the 6532, not this one, 6532. Now, if I use this line, means if I say here printf percentile D slash and star P, this means value at this, means P means what here? 6532. Now value at that particular address, so means यहाँ पे put here star, then star brings that particular value, means what is the P value? That is 6532. Now it goes to the variable A and bring the value. That means star brings that particular value at this location. Then what is the location here? 6532 is nothing but the location of variable A. It go here and then bring this value 5. Then the answer will be here 5. So this is the concept of the pointer variable. What is a pointer? So pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of the another variable, and how it is bringing the value of that particular variable. Now I said here, if you declare variable as an integer, then you must declare the pointer as a also the integer. Why? When the pointer stores the address of the another variable, then what is the use of declaring the integer and character as a pointer? Because, okay, no problem, any variable we are using and we are storing the address of that particular variable, but anyhow, when you are using the star in front of that particular variable, it brings that particular value. That means at this particular address we are bringing back to that particular value. That is the reason we are using P as that data type which is here declared as a variable. So this is nothing but the pointer variable, and this one is the single pointer variable. Here we can use as a double pointer variable. That means we are not here. Fixed fault means pointer is a variable which store the address of the another variable. Pointer is a variable which store the address of another pointer variable also. Let's take the another example, then we will discuss about how this pointer is going to store the address of the another variable. Now, in a pointer, we can store address of another pointer variable, another pointer variable. That means for that int a, or we can say here int I, and I is nothing but here 4. Now similarly int j, and j is a pointer and k is also pointer. Now what is the meaning of this one? Is the single pointer, this one is the double pointer, means this pointer is going to store the address of the another pointer variable, and this one is going to store the address of the normal variable. That means here j is nothing but ampersand I and k equal to ampersand j. This is the meaning here. Now this j is storing the address of the I and k is storing the address of j. Now if I say print %d /n comma I, then what will be the value? Now printf %d /n comma, what will be the value of j? Now printf %d, what value? What will be the value for k? Let's take the pictorial representation of these three variables, that is I, this is nothing but j, this is k. And let's take the address of this variable is 6532, 6534, 6536. These are the address of these three variables. Now I is storing the value 4. Then what will be the value of j? J value will be 6532 because it is a pointer variable which store the address of I. Then what will be the address of I is nothing but 6532. Now similarly k is storing the address of j. Then what will be the value of k is nothing but 6534. Now here I have written %d/I, then what will be the I value? That is nothing but 4. Now %j, what will be the value of j? J value is currently according to the picture 6532. Now what will be the value of k? Now what is the value of k? That is nothing but 6534. Similarly, if I write for the same problem %u/n ampersand I ampersand j, now printf u/n ampersand k. Then what will be the result for these three data? Then here it will be ampersand I, means the address of I variable. Address of I variable according to this picture is 6532, and here the address of j is nothing but 6534, and what is the address of k is nothing but 6536. Now these are the addresses of I, j and k. Printf %d, if I write like that, star j, then what will be the value of star j? Now from this, if I'm okay, come to this point here, what is the value of j? That is nothing but the 6532. Here I written star j. Star means address value at address. The star j means star j, and what is the value of j? That is a 6532, 6532. Now star means value at address. Then this star goes to this particular address. What is the value of this address? That is a 4. Then your answer will be 4. Now, what is the value of star k? What is the meaning of k? K means 6534. The address of k. Now, the value of k is nothing but 6534. Then star goes to that particular address. What is the address here? What is the value of this? That is 6532. Then the answer will be 6532 at this moment. 6532. Now the next question is star star k. Star k means, just now we have calculated star k, then star k. Star k means 6532. Now, before this star is here, then this brings the value of that particular location. So, what is the location of 6532? This. What is the value of this location is 4. Then your answer will be 4. So, this is the way the pointer works in the system. So, this is the basic concept of what is a pointer here. So pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of the another variable, and this is very important variable which we are discussing in the C language, and this is very important for programming also. Now let's take one program for example, that is the swapping of two numbers. Program swapping of two numbers. Means here we are going to swap the two variables value, void with the help of the function void main int a equal to 5, b equal to 10. Let's take one function, that is a swap a comma b. Now printf value of a and b are percentile d this is a simple statement which by this statement you will get the value of a and b. Now swap is a function. Now here we are passing the value of a and b. That means if you are passing variable a and variable b, there are two variables which we are going to pass in this function. Then also there also be a function which is nothing but the swap which will receive these two variables, then takes int x comma int y. Now x will hold the value of a and y will hold the value of b. Now here I am taking one temporary variable that is also the integer type, that is a t. Now t equal to x and x equal to y and y equal to t. What is the meaning of this? Means we are storing the value of x into the t. Then similarly in x we are going to store the value of y into the x, and then finally we are storing the t value to the y. Now after the swapping we are going to print this value. That means value of x and y after swapping. That is a percentile d slash t percentile d and x comma y, and then close this. This function is also not returning any value. Then before the name of the function you can mention here void, and here also what is the meaning of the void? If you are mentioning the before the name of the function void means this function is not returning any value. That is the reason we are mentioning here void before the name of the function. Now here declare the prototype of the function, that is a void swap int comma int. This is called the prototype of the function. Because this one is the user defined function and compiler don't know about the swap, then you must declare before this main function this function prototype, which is user defined function. Then what will be the output, means how this program will work. First of all, void main int. Now this line will execute. After that swap, whenever the compiler comes to this line, this cursor will jump to this place. I mean, this is the calling function. Calling function. Main is calling to this swap function, that is called, this one is the called function. And this program is based on the call by value. Now, when the compiler's cursor point is here, then this will go to this place. Now here, then inside of this function, this swapping will be performed, then this line will execute. Then what will be the output? Because x value is nothing but 5 and y value is 10. After the swapping, now the output will be here x and y. This will be 10 and this will be 5. Then after this line, then this cursor come back to this line. Now next, what is the here printf value of a and b are this. Now what will be the value of ab after the swapping performed? This is ab, then the answer will be again 5 and 10. Means whatever the changes made here, that is reflect to only this particular function, that means local to this function, not it will reflect to this main function, that means in the calling function. You will not get the swapping result in this line. That is the reason we have written here AB, and the same thing after the swapping this line will execute even though the answer will be 5 and 10. Here you will not get the swapping data. Why it is happening? Reason is here we are using the concept of call by value, not the call by address. Means we are sending the copy of the data of A. We are not sending the address of the A and B. We are sending just the value of A and B. That means we are sending just the copy value. Means we are taking the Xerox copy of A and B. Now the X value is 5 and Y value is 10. That is the reason you are not getting the changes which we have made in the swap function. It's not reflecting to the main function. If we are using here, the second concept is call by reference, or you can say call by address also, reference or address. Let's take the example. If we are looking for somebody in the college by the name of the student, then it is very difficult to search that particular student in the college. Suppose if I take XYZ, or you can say Rahul is a student and I said Pune, go and bring the Rahul. Then that Pune will go complete campus and looking for the Rahul. Those means maybe that fellow will bring so many students because maybe there are more number of students with the name of Rahul. But if I say go and bring the Rahul in CSE third year section A, then he will go that particular place and bringing that particular student, not the so many students. Here, if I am going to send this data, I mean, here I am making the changes here, not writing the again the same program. Little change. Now, instead of sending the value of the variable, I am sending the address of the variable. Now, ampersand A, ampersand B, this reflects we are sending the address. Means just now I told you about the pointer. Now here, this is a B, and value of A is 5, B is 10. Now, what is the address of this? Let's take 6532, 6534. These are the address of A and B. So here we are sending the address of that particular variable, not the value of that variable. Whenever we are sending the address of the variable, then these variables, I mean x and y, because x and y is going to store these variables value, so then this must be pointer variable, not the normal variable. Whenever, because the pointer is a variable which store the address of the another variable, and here we are sending the address of the variable. That is the reason this catching variable, means because this is going to catch these two variables, x is catching the A and y is catching the B, then these two variables must be the pointer type, not the ordinary variable, because we are sending the address of the variable. Just now we discussed in the pointer variable what is the meaning of the pointer. So now here little bit changes here also. Then this. Now the output of x and y, that is nothing but 10 and 5. Similarly, after the execution of this line, then this function go back to this place and the next line will be this. Then this reflects A and B is nothing but the same, because after the swapping 10 and 5. Why it is happening? Because this is the program which is based on the call by reference, not by the call by value. Because what is here meaning? This is A, this is B, X, and this one is Y. A is a 5, B is a 10, and X is storing address of A, that is a 6532, and Y is storing the address of B, that is a 6534, address of B. Now after the swapping, what we are doing here, X is storing this, X storing the address of A and Y is storing the address of B. Now in here T equal to star X means now the swapping will be performed. A, B, this is nothing but star X, star Y. What is the meaning here? Star X means value is 5 and this one is 10. Now when the swapping performed, then the address will be swapped here. Then this is a 6534 and this one is 6532. This is the pointer variable. Now 653, what is the value of at that particular location? That is a 10. Here this is the 6532, 6534. Now at that particular location the value is 10 and at that particular location value is 5. Now when the address has swapped, then this X store this corresponding, because swapping has performed, then at that particular location, that means 6532. Sorry, now the after the swapping, the X address is 6534 and Y address is 6532. At that particular location, the value of the variable is 10 and the value of at this address is nothing but 5. That is the reason after the swapping, in this calling function also you will get the changes. That is the reason the answer is nothing but A and B is also 10 and 5 as the X and Y. This is 10 and 5. So this is the difference between the call by value and call by reference of the program.